Okay, let's talk four-wheelers. This is a four-wheeler at an auction I was looking at. I bid it up to about $1,500. The auction for this item is in about 2, maybe 3 hours. So feel free to go bid on it. I'm no longer interested. So next bid on this would be $1,550. My max on this was $1,500. You may be wondering why am I not going any higher? I'm going to show you the pictures and show you why. Basically, at the $1,500 mark, it was pretty much higher than what I wanted to pay for it. Then I started looking at the pictures a little bit better, and the description did say it needs a starter, and it really does need a starter, and there's a few things going on with recoil that are a bit fishy. Also, it does not have an ownership, sold on bill of sale only. I'm not going to show you the pictures of the four-wheeler I'm hoping to get, or I'm probably going to be getting in next weekend, but I'm getting it for $1,000. It has an ownership. It's a 500, and it's a mid-2000s. It's a Chinese one, but it's better off than this Polaris. So let's go through, and I'll show you pictures of that one once I do get it, or I'll do a video of it. But here's the Polaris I was interested in. This is the cheapest one on the auction. All the other ones are well over $3,000-$5,000. So it doesn't look too bad. But if you're looking real close, the tires are bad. At least on the front, they are cracked pretty bad. As you can see on the recoil, there's definitely something going on there. It does say in the description, like I said, it needs a starter. So I think they were pull starting it, like wrapping a rope around the actual, what's left of the recoil to get it started. Or they were using something with that bolt there. I really don't know. I've had the side covers off Polarises in the past. They've never really looked like that. As you can see, it is a four-wheel drive, which is nice. I was also interested in that orange tractor behind it, but for what it's at, it's a little bit too rough for my likings. So anyways, with no ownership, really, you're kind of stuck. Yes, you can get ownership. I've gotten ownerships for stuff in the past, but it's a pain in the butt. And being something that's this old, and yes, you're buying it, the auction says it runs, but how good does it run? Also, as you can see, there is a secondary tank right there below the headlight. I believe this one is a two-stroke, and I hate two-strokes. It doesn't say anything about being a two-stroke in the listing, but that's kind of a telltale sign right there, that little cap. It's definitely not the radiator cap. Really, the plastics are in decent shape. I think there's a little bit of repairs on a few of them. Overall, it's not bad. This is the same auction site I got my three-wheeler from a while back, but I paid a far less for that three-wheeler, and that three-wheeler worked out perfectly. I got my money back and then some, and that was actually a fun project. So you can really see how bad the front tires are on this. Both fronts would need to be replaced. The backs aren't much better. It's got factory rims. It's got a winch, which is nice. But what I want to use a four-wheeler for is snow removal, and at my super secret storage location to help clean the property and keep the fence line in order. So having four-wheel drive will definitely be nice. And what I'm looking at is four-wheel drive. And again, it's $1,000 compared to what this one's at. Next bid, $1,550. So what I think what happened is someone probably bid me up, and just to see if I'd go any higher. And no, I'm not going any higher. I have set bid at on 1,500. I'm not going any higher. I definitely want a little bit of room to spare to get another tent shed put up and potentially do other work to the one that I'm getting. And with this one here, it would have to sit outside, be covered up with a tarp. I wouldn't be able to afford to get a tent shed. So that's kind of what I'm stuck with. I think that's might be all the pictures. No, I think it's still going through. There's actually a lot of them, which is nice for this, and then, which is definitely nice, but I wish it would show more of, I don't know, it turned on, I guess, if it does have power or not. Or underneath the seat would be nice to see if there's actually a battery in it, see if there's any wiring damage, stuff like that. I don't know. Not really the type of pictures I want to see when I look at a four-wheeler, but I'm not taking them. If you ever looked at any of my listings for stuff that I sell, they're detailed. I will show you the actual listing for this as well in a second. See right here, you can better look of what's going on with the recoil and the flywheel side of the engine. So it looks like they put a bolt in there, and maybe they were using that bolt with a impact or drill or something to start it, potentially. But that doesn't look like the actual recoil in, sorry about that, in this area right here. So I'm definitely thinking that's how they were starting it. They put that bolt in there, and then they were running it up with a drill or an impact gun or something to get it running. Or they were wrapping a rope around it to start it that way as well. You can really see the damage, how bad the tires are here. And they are cracked pretty good on most of them. Decent looking winch, but that's really all that it has that's decent looking. And there we go, that's all of them. So this is the four-wheeler I was looking at. Like I said, I'm not going to show pictures of the four-wheeler. I'm hoping to get next weekend. Don't want to jinx anything. But I'll pause the video and I'll show you the actual listing for this. And if you want to go bid on it, go right ahead. I'm no longer interested. Here's the actual description right here. It says it runs but needs starter, so I'm definitely thinking they were using that bolt with an impact gun to start it, or they're wrapping a rope around the recoil and starting it that way. But as you can see at the end there, that's the biggest issue to me, no ownership. And the one I'm getting next weekend for $1,000 has an ownership. So why would I pay over $1,500 for a beat up Polaris when I can get a Chinese one? Yes, it's Chinese, but who cares? For $1,000 with an ownership, four-wheel drive, good tires, so on and so on. And for what I need to use it for, it'll work out perfectly fine. Okay, so here's the actual auction as it's going right now. It is a live auction that's actually happening right now. I can show you the name of the company. It's got to block my information on the screen. There it is right there. Like I said, feel free to bid on that four-wheeler. Like I said, I'm no longer interested. But they have a lot of stuff on here. It's probably going to be going on all day long. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. So, like I said, definitely do your homework. Look at pictures as best you can. And do your due diligence. And always check out other websites for other equipment that you're interested in buying, and you might find a better deal elsewhere. So I'll talk to them there. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.